Question number two. It feels like a constant wobble between self-doubt and belief in oneself. I want to stop the insanity. Can you help? Yeah, this one is a tough one for all of us at times because, we really can have that innate belief within ourselves about something, and then something in our external environment creates a doubt. It's like, oh, it didn't show up, or oh, it didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen. Someone doesn't respond in the way that we think that they're going to respond. And it creates a mirror for us to then go, oh, where am I in my belief in myself? Where is this all coming to? Am I really on the right course? And that creates more and more doubt. And so the trick is is to really disconnect from your external environment in a sense, not completely, because you're still here, you're still human, you're still having a life experience, but where you're looking at everything that's happening to you literally as a mirror. I know you guys have heard this a million times because it's such a basic analogy about everything being a mirror, especially when we're talking about relationships, but they're here to show us some aspect about ourselves. And in some cases, it's to, I don't really like the word test us, but to give us a little bit of an opportunity to see exactly where we are on the journey. Is that still triggering me? How do I feel about that? So there's lots of opportunity here for us to not look just at our external environment and to stay very internal, right? And that comes with meditation, that comes with quieting the mind. And look, I've talked about this many times before. I've struggled throughout the years of quieting my mind, especially in the beginning. And one of the things that the universe gave to me as a gift is flower photography, observational flower photography. It changed my life. I was able to really quiet my mind because I was so connected to the flower and the photograph, and I would get right in there and get really close to the flower, and my lens could take a really close-up photo, and I would see things in the flower that I wouldn't normally see just walking by or even just stopping for a quick nanosecond and continuing to go. So it really helped me to stay very focused on the now. So for you, it might be surfing, it might be walking, it might be something that just helps you to really quiet your mind. It can simply be that you sit and cherish your breath, that you're just breathing in and breathing out and feeling what that's like coming in and coming out. That brings us right back to our body awareness, and it brings us back into our inner self. And so that's the way to get past these wobbles, right? We don't ignore them, but we also don't fester on them. And we go inward and we say, what is this here to teach me? What is this situation? Even the repetitive ones, I know I've got them myself, and sometimes they are so frustrating because I'm like, why is this showing up again? Because there's still something there for me, still something that I need to just not be attached to in my external world not necessarily showing me what I think it should be, right? It's about having that feeling internally of what do I want to feel about a situation, and not judging whether the external world is bringing it or not. Eventually, the law of attraction, we know, will bring it to us. We have to stay the course to really be deep inside and really be introspective and to believe in what it is that we're asking the universe for, because abundance is our birthright. Whatever it is that you are asking for in abundance, it is our birthright. So it's really staying the course of coming back inside and not looking to our external world to validate everything, continuing to the feeling inside that we want to have. So it's a practice. It's a practice that we need to practice every single day. And I guarantee you, I know in the beginning when I started first doing a lot of manifesting, honestly, I think things came kind of easily and I was able to get things right away. I've probably told this story too, but my Vespa, when I had my shop in Bali, one day I was doing a meditation and I got this vision to buy a Vespa and to put my shop name on it. And I was like, what? There's not even any Vespas here on Bali. There was, but very few motorbikes are Vespas. And literally within the week, if not a few days, there was a Vespa parked right out front of my shop, and it was the owner of the building. And I said, where did you get that Vespa? And he said, I just got it from my friend. And I said, can I buy it from you? And he said, yes. So it's a fun story of manifesting something really quickly. But as I went through the ascension layers and levels and dipped back and forth, I realized that some of the things that I'm looking to manifest are getting a little bit more challenging, and then I get a little bit more judgment about time, like, oh, it should have been here by now. And so all of these things that come from the mind start to come into play, and that's where the sticky points are. And so we always have to monitor that good old mind and make sure that it's in the back seat and let our soul drive. I know, sometimes easier said than done. I know personally myself, but that is the tip to know. All right. Again, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them in the chat below. Let's go to the next question. Thank you for your questions. Your questions are everyone else's questions in some way, shape, or form. There's so much to glean from one another that I really encourage you, even if it's not your question, but it's something you're like, yeah, I see a lot of people pondering this. Please submit the question. You can submit it here on YouTube in the comments below, and go to bethbell.me. You'll see a lot of new resources that are coming available or are already available. There's the mentor membership programs. There's a lot of handbooks, workbooks, the Awakening and Healing Handbook. There's the Psychedelic Resource Guide, the Herpes Handbook. There's my book, Angels, Herpes, and Psychedelics. Lots of different things that are available, products that'll help you for your symbols and empowerment to keep your intentions and your desires. I can't wait to see you next week. Please join me live Sundays, 11 a.m. Pacific time. And until then, I'm wishing you much bliss and love on the journey.